In a significant update from the world of space science, experts responsible for forecasting solar activity have publicly acknowledged a significant misjudgment in their predictions regarding the ongoing solar cycle. These scientists now reveal that Earth is rapidly approaching a potentially explosive peak in solar activity, and their earlier projections have proven to be off the mark. The revelation comes on the heels of an already tumultuous year in terms of solar phenomena. The Sun, as our closest stellar neighbor, undergoes an intriguing 11-year cycle of fluctuating activity. This cycle encompasses a period of relative calm known as the solar minimum, followed by the dramatic climax of solar activity known as the solar maximum. During the latter phase, the Sun becomes adorned with dark sunspots and frequently unleashes powerful solar storms into space. This cycle repeats continuously. The current solar cycle, denoted as Solar Cycle 25, officially commenced in early 2019. Initially, the National Atmospheric and Oceanic Administration's NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center, SWPC, a panel of experts composed of scientists from NOAA and NASA, predicted that Solar Cycle 25 would reach its peak around 2025, expecting it to be relatively lackluster compared to typical solar cycles, much like its predecessor, Solar Cycle 24. However, it didn't take long for other solar researchers to realize that the Sun was not following the trajectory envisioned by the SWPC. In June of the current year, Live Science reported that solar activity was intensifying at a pace faster than initially anticipated. Various experts in the field had begun predicting that the solar maximum, the peak of the solar cycle, would likely arrive well before the end of 2024. The SWPC, acknowledging their inaccurate forecasts in the changing solar landscape, officially issued a revised prediction for Solar Cycle 25 on October 25. This acknowledgement signified that their initial estimations were no longer dependable, particularly for their clients in the private space exploration and satellite industries. The revised forecast indicates that solar activity is on a more accelerated rise and will peak at a higher level than initially foreseen. According to the new projection, the solar maximum is likely to commence between January and October of the following year. Numerous indicators throughout the year have pointed to the earlier arrival and increased intensity of the solar maximum. These signs include a 20-year peak in sunspot activity, the occurrence of massive X-class solar flares, aurora displays observed at lower latitudes, rising temperatures in the upper atmosphere, as well as unusual phenomena like airglow and the disappearance of noctilucent clouds. The reasons behind the SWPC's initial misjudgment and the delay in updating their forecasts remain unclear. Notably, in 2020, a group of scientists led by Scott McIntosh, a solar physicist and deputy director of the National Center for Atmospheric Research in Colorado, used historical sunspot and magnetic field data to predict a more active solar maximum, one that would arrive sooner than originally thought. A more active solar maximum carries potential risks for Earth, including radio blackouts, damage to power infrastructure, increased radiation exposure for airline passengers and astronauts, and disruptions to GPS and internet satellite services. These disruptions could extend to the extent of satellites falling from the sky, emphasizing the significance of accurate solar predictions. In addition to the technological impact, wildlife experts have expressed concerns that a more active solar maximum could disrupt animals that rely on Earth's magnetic field for navigation, such as large whales and migrating birds. To prevent further confusion and provide more accurate information for the remainder of Solar Cycle 25, the SWPC is introducing a more adaptable forecasting system, marking a significant departure from their historical practices. This new approach will see forecasts updated on a monthly basis as new sunspot observations become available, ensuring more precision in the predictions. This news underscores the importance of staying attuned to the Sun's ever-changing behavior and the implications it holds for our planet's technology and ecosystems. The adjustment in forecasting strategies aims to better equip society to manage and mitigate potential solar disruptions.